Good morning, student. Welcome to computer class. Okay, let's start the chapter number 1, and the chapter name is Generations of Computers. So in this video we will discussing about computer generations. Okay, let's start. The computer that we see today was not built in a day. It has evolved through various stages of development during past. The generations refer to the advancement, the development process during a particular period. Okay, now we learn about first generation computer. First generation computer. So these computer made from 1947 to 59 were named ENIAC, ADVAC and UNIVAC. The processor in this computer were made of vacuum tubes. They were of the size of an entire room, approx 5 meter high, and very costly to maintain. And the important point is they were initially in programmed in machine language. Machine language means in the form of 0 and 1. It is also called binary language. Okay, look at this picture. Look at this. This is the function computer UNIVAC. I hope you understand. Okay, now second generation computer. So these computers were developed after 1959 and transistor in place of vacuum tubes in the processor. This is the important line. Okay, transistors in place of vacuum tubes in the processor. Transistors were more reliable, much cheaper and smaller. So these generation of computer had more computing power, were smaller in size, easier to maintain and were more affordable than the previous generation. Okay, I hope you understand. And another major features of the second generation was use of high level programming language such as Fortran and COBOL. Okay, look at this picture. Second generation computer IBM 7030. Okay, this is the second generation computer. Now the third generation computer. So these computer were developed in 1960s, used integrated circuits. Okay, integrated circuits. The transistor were miniaturized and kept on silicon chips called semiconductor, which directly increase the speed and efficiency of computers. This is the important line. Means when we use ICs, means integrated circuits in our computer, then the computer increase the speed of efficiency. Okay, I hope you understand. Now computer with microprocessor on 1970 onwards. Okay, so VLSI allowed the equipment on 10 of 1000 of transistor to be incorporated on a single chip. Okay, on a single chip. So this led to development of the microprocessor, a processor on a chip. Use of microprocessor in computer increase reliability, precision and reduce size and cost. Okay, so this led to use of computer in office, colleges, personal use and explorations of computer uses in every field. Okay, I hope you understand. Now fourth generation computer. So these were developed in 1970s and used microprocessor or chips. Microprocessor or chips. The microprocessor were smaller than in postage stamp and had tremendous computing capabilities. The computing system that we use today belongs to fourth generation computers. Okay, look at this picture. Look at this. This is the fourth generation computers. Okay, Apple second. Now, fifth generation's computer. The fifth generation computer, these are still being developed and use the concept of artificial intelligence, voice recognition system of fifth generation of computer. The different types of fifth generation computer are desktop, notebook, laptop, server, mainframes, and supercomputers. Okay, look at this picture of fifth generation computer. In modern time, we use this type of computer. This is called desktop. Okay, so desktops computer are based on ICs, notebook or laptop, same as desktop but can be carried around. Palm top is a miniature version of notebook with limited capabilities. Okay, I hope you understand. Okay, so this is the generations of computers: first generation computer, second generations computer, and third, fourth and fifth generations computer. I hope you will understand. And next video we will discuss about fifth generations computers, device, and the exercise also. Okay student, thank you.